My aunt asked me to give my graduation money to her son. Family helps family. This just happened last year. I graduated from Unlove. Nothing huge, just a small backyard thing with some friends and family. I got like $500 total in cards from people, some cash, couple gift cards, super appreciated. Next day, my aunt, my mom, my sister calls me and goes, "So you gonna share some of that money with Jordan?" Jordan SO20 Y/O son who dropped out of college last year and hasn't he really been doing much. I laughed at first. Oh, she was messing around. She was dead serious. She said something like, "You know you has been struggling, and you're really lucky to graduate. It'd be nice if you pass some of that along." I told her no, it was a gift for me. She got weird and said I was acting brand new and hung up. Then told my mom I was selfish. My mom just said, "Then maybe your kid should graduate first." Whole thing was so weird, lol. Haven't he heard from Jordan either? My mom keeps giving away my stuff to guests without asking me, by user sending flower. I went home for the holidays and noticed my favorite sweater was gone. My mom casually says, "Oh, I gave that to your cousin, you never wear it." Same thing happened with my books, makeup, even my charger and my old phone. I am not being petty, it is just not hers to give. And when I say anything, she acts like I am materialistic. No, I just don't like being looted like a free boutique. Am I the wrong one? Update: my family disowned me 15 years ago. Complete no contact. Now all at once they want back in my life and are stalking me. I finally confronted them. See link for prior post. https://www.reddit.com/r/entitledparents/comment/one-cook/ my family disowned me 15 years ago. Complete no/. Many of you have been asking for an update. First and foremost, thank you all for your responses. I was overwhelmed. I read every single one. I just couldn't keep up to respond to them. I also worked some extra shifts and had some really nice overtime, which right now comes in handy. Please just know I was not ignoring you. I just couldn't keep up. This isn't the update that many of you were most likely hoping for. I haven't not heard from my family since I confronted them. I'm hoping that it's all done and over, but at the same time I'm thinking they are trying something else. I wanted to address some other things. Many are saying they are out for money or body parts, that they see I'm successful and such. I can't see this being the case. I truly don't think it's money. If they were able to drop $5,000 for a PI, then I can't see them hurting financially. My dad worked as an OID for his entire career and made good money. My mom worked for a global corporation as a historical document manager. I didn't ask, but I'm thinking that they might even still be working. Others said maybe they need body parts. I can't see this being the case either, because all of these that have been mentioned the first or the last time we've talked. People have mentioned they see me successful and want in on it and take the credit, saying that they are responsible for that and how they treated me. I'm successful in my own way. My education is in healthcare management and I work as a unit secretary. I've been here for a while and I truly love my job. I'm at the top of my pay scale and that's okay. I have made a life for myself. Yes, I do have some money stashed away. I live below my means to do what I have done. I'm single, no kids, so it has allowed me to save money. And now on with the update. This is a long update because it's part of a conversation I had with my cousin. I have not heard from any of them since the last meet where I confronted them. I'm hoping that they are just gone at this point. I truly don't want anything to do with any of them. I don't care that I have nieces or nephews or that I have new brother and sister-in-laws. I would have to know my sister and brother and my parents to know all these new people. And frankly, all of them are strangers. And it just brings up a lot of bad emotions. My cousin Jean is the only person who I have anything to do with, and she has been my rock. I can't begin to thank her enough for all she has done. She has been on vacation for a few weeks, so she doesn't know much of what happened. She got back and came over the other night. She showed up with wine, pizza, and cheesecake. God, I love that woman. I opened the door and was greeted with "The wise woman has arrived and has brought the makings of a great evening." I started crying to her response. However, it looks like I should have arrived a few days ago. She set everything on the counter and just hugged me to get me calmed down. Finally, as she opened the wine and fixed up dinner, I told her everything. At the end she got a vindictive smile on her face and was like, we needed to talk. It's time for some family secrets to be told. First she started with telling me that regardless of what others had said, what happened wasn't my fault. I was stuck in the perfect storm which just blew up. She told me she saw my folder that had all of the work I had done to fix the problem. But it just didn't go fast enough. She reminded me that I didn't kill anyone, I didn't deal drugs or anything like that. I was stuck in a situation that didn't get fixed fast enough. She went on to tell me that it was no surprise that when I did the name change that I chose the one I did. Come to find out it was the last name I was born under, which was my grandmother's, my mother's last maiden name. Jean, don't let your parents fool you. They are not the pure pillars of community that they want you to believe. I have always known that their relationship was not the best. But when I was born, they were split up and my mom was trying to hide me from my dad. My grandparents didn't like him, so it was decided to give me my grandmother's family name. She was getting more and more pissed off as she spoke. So let's talk about names, since they are so hell-bent of how you shame the family name. Your mother was the one who was born under the influential names. To our mother's family, the name you took was pretty much in two of the local towns in our county. Your grandfather's name owned a few businesses in a different town. Your father's family was never heard of. They were from a different state and moved here for work purposes. Your dad has been writing off of your mother's name and connections. Even to this day, your dad's family is pretty much a bunch of unknowns. On top of that, even if your grandparents were alive, they would have been completely behind you and wouldn't have bought into that whole bullshit of shaming the family name. The only time I ever saw her in a mood like this was when I was in college, and when she introduced herself to the class, she looked square at me and made it clear that she had no favorites. All of this has really made me look at my parents in a different way. And none of it's positive. It just reaffirms what I want even more, which is for them to just go away and never come back. To the small few of you saying this is fake, fan fiction and whatnot, go for it. Apparently all of you live in perfect worlds with perfect families, and you most likely say the same thing to every post you read. I couldn't give two shits, a flying fuck or a rat's ass. What do you think? I just need to get this out. I told my mom I couldn't afford to help her this month, and now she is telling the family I've abandoned her by use of bubbly bee charm. She has relied on me financially since I got my first paycheck. Ivy paid bills, bought groceries, even covered her rent more than once. But this month I am tight. I told her gently that I couldn't help it, and suddenly she is calling relatives saying I've changed, that I don't care about family anymore. I've given everything I can, even when I had nothing left for myself. The one time I say no, I am the villain. I didn't abandon her. I am just trying to survive too. Mom thinks I didn't deserve the money I earn and thinks I'm spoiled and stingy for wanting to keep it. Am I in the wrong here? For context, I work with my dad sometimes for his catering company. He had an event with a lot of people and needed extra help, so I came with him. I woke up at 6 a.m., got there at 7 a.m., and started preparing the food until people arrived outside at about 10 a.m. My job was to bring the food outside on carts and set it on the table. The event lasted until 1:30 p.m., and then we cleaned up and left around 4:30. It was a lot, but honestly, it was nice to be able to help out and do something important. Later that day, my dad gave me a $100 bill for helping out, and as expected, my mom freaked out and said I didn't deserve that much money and said to give it to her instead. This is basically how the conversation went. Mom, squinting, where did you get that from? Me, Dad gave it to me for helping out at the catering event today. Mom, $100? That's way too much. You don't need that much money. Me, I woke up at 6 a.m., worked non-stop from 7 to 4:30. That's 9 hours of work. Mom, still. You read just a helper, not a full employee. You should give that to me so it is not wasted. Me, what? No way. I earned it. Dad gave it to me. Mom, you live under my roof. That money should go back to the family. Me, and I just helped feed like 500 people today. I think I can keep one bill without it being seen as a crime. Mom stares at me like I'm crazy. I just want to be able to have my own money and my own stuff. It just feels good to have something that I paid for. I've had so many times where she'll break my things or take my money because I didn't buy it myself. Now today she's talking about it again, says I've always been spoiled and that I'm just being stingy for not wanting to give money to my mother. Worst of me feels like I should have the money, but now my dad has done a complete 180 and says I should give the money back as well. So I don't know if I should just give it back so things don't escalate for no good reason, or if I should just keep the money I worked for.